seen it.
Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome back to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt here with Lexi Law Dog. You might be able to see her cape, and the reason she's wearing a cape is because she wants to bring awareness to our thermal blanket drive. Thermal blankets are used in emergencies to help keep people warm in times of disaster or just extreme temperatures. You can help out by ordering one of these thermal emergency blankets online. They're just a few dollars, and then have it delivered to my office at 14603 Hebner Road, Suite 3801, San Antonio, Texas 78230. And Shannon and I will take it down to Haven for Hope and help people get a little bit warmer, because temperatures in San Antonio typically continue to fluctuate and get even colder in the month of February. So,
yeah.
Coming up is going to be Groundhog Day. And so, do you think that the groundhog is going to predict more winter or an early spring? What do you think?
I don't know.
No
I don't have
prediction.
enough information.
Well, it's not based on information. It's based on what an animal does on that day.
Yeah.
And then I was telling you before about Bee Cave Bob,
Right.
the armadillo in Bee Cave, Texas. And then you suggested that maybe there's a Chihuahua Terrier mix on the west side that might be predicting that as well.
Well, we found out that there's not, so I think there's room in the market for me to brand my dog as the predictor of whether we're going to...
Yeah, right. So do a video of Chiquita going outside.
Right.
Hopefully you have all your cameras and lighting set up and microphones.
Yeah.
Shannon got us a new microphone because we're streaming live on Instagram at the same time. But you're here to learn about the law. So let's start talking about that. First, let's talk about legacy.
And now, it's time for the Talk Law Radio Legacy Spotlight. What's your legacy? Sponsored by Marquardt Law Firm.
Okay, Shannon. So today's legacy spotlight is about a Facebook post that one of my friends posted, a video about people who were interviewed toward the end of their lives and their regrets.
Yeah.
The video had images and captions that included, "I wish I didn't work so hard. I wish I had worried less. I wish I had had the courage to live a life true to myself. I wish I had lived more in the moment. I wish I had stood up for myself. I wish I had cared less about what other people think. I wish I traveled more. I wish I used all my vacation time. I wish I had taken better care of myself. I wish I had visited my friends more. I wish I quit that job I hated. I wish I did more things that scared me. I wish I loved my body more. I wish I left that bad relationship sooner. I wish I spent more time with the people I love. I wish I believed in myself more." Let's learn from them and live a life we won't regret. If you reflect on your life's regrets, what resonates with you?
Well, I have, like most people, yeah. There's a lot there.
When we were talking about this before the show started, you said that you were afraid of getting deep. And so, bear with me.
Okay.
Your regret is going to be that you didn't get deep.
Yeah, maybe, perhaps. but I do have a story I can share.
Sure.
And it's, I hope it's not too much, but yeah, when I was a super young lady, like 20s, there was this girl my age who took the time, we went to school together, and she took the time to take me to a restaurant and talk to me about Jesus. And I left that meeting thinking, what a loon. So I thought you just want to be my friend, but apparently you just wanted to talk to me about Jesus. So like, whatever. And then I really regret that moment.
Yeah.
Because I think that I think it is important to have a faith, and a lot of decisions and a lot of things, like my life would have taken a different trajectory. I'm not complaining, thank you, Lord, for everything, maybe God has a plan and everything has a reason, but I always remember her and I thank her for taking that time.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that have been great if I had,
Yeah, but that's part of it. I mean, it couldn't have happened any other way.
I don't have the answers to that, but I don't know her name. I remember her face, what she looks like. Kind of remember what she was wearing too, but I just really thank her. And then
why don't you tell her thank you right now?
Thank you, random girl at SAC, circa 1990. I can't remember. Thank you. You had blonde hair, blue eyes. I can't remember your name, but thank you. And
so if you're out there telling people about Jesus, that takes a lot of courage.
It really does, yeah. And then what might happen if you're not talking about your faith and sharing your faith, then that person is going to remember you as, wait a minute, you saw me going through all those problems and you had an answer and you never shared it with me. So she was one person out of thousands that I interacted with, people that said they were Christians, So I'm not really into plugging one religion over the other, but if you believe firmly in this faith and that you're onto something, you kind of have to share it with people.
Right.
I know it's not well received, but that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Well, my comment on this Facebook post was, I didn't see what I wish most. None of those things resonated with me. I don't want to go on vacation more. I don't want to spend more time with friends or loved ones.
Yeah.
Although I do have people that I care about. I spend enough time with them. Thank you very much.
I can see the title already. Todd Marquardt says, screw my family. Don't care about you.
I don't want to take more vacations.
Yeah.
And what I do want to do is make a positive impact on people.
Yeah.
And so maybe my regret will be I didn't make a big enough impact on enough people. And so my friend replied to my comment. She said, do both. More vacations, more family time, more service to the public.
I think you're falling into the trap that I fall into a lot, that it's not you. You just do your part, and then there's a creator that's bigger than
that's true.
So you just do your part, and then whatever the creator wants to do with that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you for reminding me of that.
I need a reminder of that like a million times a day.
Yeah, I like when you tell me that you ask God if you should do X, Y, Z, because I usually forget that part.
Yeah.
I think it's good to reflect on that and say a prayer and wait for an answer.
Well, who knows? We're all just here in this boat together trying to figure this out.
Yeah. So we're talking about birthright citizenship, and I wanted to read the executive order as it's written. I just went to White House executive order.
Right. I want to hear it.
It's a little lengthy.
Oh, the one I had found online was just like 2 sentences. I wish I could find it again.
Well, there's a preamble. By the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered: the privilege of United States citizenship is a priceless and profound gift. Is it really a gift?
Oh.
Because I think we're entitled to it, right?
Oh, good catch, Todd. I love it. So you're giving me a gift. This does, yeah. Oh, I love it so much.
We know how that works.
Yeah, we've been here before.
The gift can be taken away. The 14th Amendment states, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state where they reside. So here's one of the arguments that those supporting this executive order will say is that you could be born here but not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. Like if you're born of a diplomat of another country, well, they're here in their official role serving another country.
Right.
So if a diplomat has a child that's born here, they're not a citizen. You agree to that?
Completely, of course.
Okay.
Well, that's what the law says.
Right. So that provision rightly repudiated the Supreme Court of the United States' shameful decision in Dred Scott versus Sanford. If you went to law school, you definitely know the Dred Scott decision, which misinterpreted the Constitution as permanently excluding people of African descent from eligibility for United States citizenship solely based on their race. But the 14th Amendment has never been interpreted to extend citizenship universally to everyone born within the United States. So this is where it talks about subject to the jurisdiction thereof. Among the categories of individuals born in the United States and not subject to the jurisdiction thereof are when that person's mother was unlawfully present in the United States and the father was not a United States citizen or lawful permanent resident at the time of said person's birth. So this is part of the executive order.
Okay, but can you help me with that? Like, aren't there like several different combinations? So you've got undocumented mother, undocumented father, you're out. Undocumented
Right.
mother, documented father, you're in. If you can find your father and prove he's documented. Documented mother, undocumented father, you're in. Right? Are those the combos?
I would guess so, yeah.
Huh. This is just going to complicate everything. Okay, what about you're adopted by I just...
There's lots of combinations there, but I don't think any of that is going to be the problem that makes this executive order lawful or unlawful or unconstitutional.
Okay.
I think it's going to be that Supreme Court decision from 1898.
That Wong.
Which you'll have to tune in on Sunday, a week from now, to listen to.
The one about the Chinese Exclusion
Yeah,
Act?
that's right. It's not going to be this Sunday, but next Sunday.
Okay.
So we have time to reflect on this show, but we're going to have to end the show, Shannon. We already talked too long. But I want to encourage all of the listeners to live a life that people will remember, leave a legacy that makes a positive impact on other people's lives.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Each week, attorney Todd Marquardt talks about the law. His mission with the Talk Law Radio show and podcast is to help you discover your legal issue blind spots. In the beginning, God had one law. Don't eat from the fruit of that tree. Then came the Ten Commandments. Now we have federal, state, and municipal lawmakers that won't stop creating new laws. Laws that might impact you without you knowing it. Listen to the show and drop a line on Facebook or email host@talklawradio.com and let the host know what you think of the show, the topics you want to hear, and whether you want to be a guest.